Okay, today we're going to look at piecewise functions. Now, a piecewise function is a function that is evaluated according to its domain. We use piecewise functions very often in everyday settings. And a lot of times it's unknowingly, but we do use piecewise functions. So now, this first function I have, piecewise function, is f of x equals 4x plus 5 if x is greater than 6, but 2x minus 7 if x is less than or equal to 6. So the first thing I want to do is let's evaluate this at, let me increase it. Let's evaluate this at f of 5. Okay, we're going to evaluate this at f of 9. Okay, and we're going to also evaluate this at f of 6. So the first thing we want to do is this. F of 5. This falls into the category where x is what? Less than or equal to 6. So since 5 is less than or equal to 6, we're going to use the bottom function, which is 2x minus 7. So instead of 2x minus 7, we say what? 2 times 5 minus 7, which is equal to what? 10 minus 7, which equals 3. Okay. So that's how we do this part of the piecewise function. Now, let's look at this other one. Let's move it up a little bit. Now we have to evaluate f of 9. So the difference now, when we evaluated 5 fell into the category of being less than or equal to 6. 9 falls into the category of being what? Greater than 6. So since 9 is greater than 6, we're going to use the top function, 4x plus 5. So now we go back to it. That's 4 times 9 plus 5. 4 times 9 plus 5 is equal to what? 36 plus 5, which is equal to 41. Now, let's look at this last one. We have f of 6. Now, let's look at it. We have to determine, is 6 greater than 6, or is 6 less than or equal to 6? Of course, it's less than or equal to 6. 6 is equal to 6. So once again, we use the bottom function. So we go 2 times 6 minus 7, which is equal to what? 12 minus 7, and 12 minus 7 is equal to 5. So that's just an example of how we choose our functions when we're dealing with a piecewise function. Now, I also wanted to show how we can use piecewise functions, like I said, a lot of times unknowingly. Okay, now let's look. A t-shirt company sells t-shirts for individuals and business owners. If a customer purchases up to 10 t-shirts, then they charge $15 per shirt. If customers purchase 11 through 30 t-shirts, then they charge $12 per shirt. But if customers purchase more than, I didn't write that well, but if a customer purchases more than 30 t-shirts, then they charge the customer $9 per t-shirt. So basically, when you order more than 30 t-shirts, you get a lower rate. It's like buying in bulk. So now let's evaluate this as a piecewise function. Now we come down to it and we're going to say f of x. Okay, and now let's look at the top. That's going to be $15 per shirt. So that's 15x if what? X is less than or equal to 10. Let's put this right here. Okay, now the next term we're going to use is going to be $12 per shirt. Let's line it up well. So that's going to be $12 per shirt if the customer purchases 11 through 30 shirts. So anytime you buy from 11 shirts up to 30 shirts, you're going to get a cost of $12 per shirt. Now, this is that bulk rate we spoke about earlier. If you purchase more than 30 shirts, you're going to get the shirts reduced down to $9 a piece. So that's going to be 9x if x is what? Greater than 30. Okay, so now we've done that and we've set up our own piecewise function. Okay. Now let's look at the B part. An organization has to order 40 t-shirts. How much would they save by purchasing one bulk order of 40 rather than 3 separate orders of, okay, we're going to order t-shirts and the other people get the money, let's order 15 more t-shirts. Okay, and other people get the money, 15 more t-shirts. I'm going to say that again. We're going to make one bulk order of 50 rather than 3 separate orders of 10, 15, and 15. Okay, so let's look at that. If we make one bulk order of 40, that falls in the category of what? Greater than 30. So we're going to use that 9x. So let's say f of 40 is equal to 9 times 40, which is equal to 360. So that will, of course, we're talking about dollars, so that will be $360. Okay, now let's move this over. Now let's take, instance, let's order 10 t-shirts. As a matter of fact, I'm going to draw a line through here. Okay, just to separate it. Now, if let's order 10 t-shirts. F of 10, remember, we're going to have to use our top function because that's less than or equal to 10. So that would be what, 15 times 10, which is equal to 150. F of 15, we're going to get the other rate, we're going to get the $12 rate. So that will give us 12 times what, 15? 12 times 15, what will that give us? I think that will give us 180. Okay. And of course, let's just repeat that again. $12 times $15 per t-shirt give us 180. So now we spent 360 over here. And over on this side, we spent what? 300 plus 150. That would be what? 510. So basically, yeah, we can see if we, with the 3 separate orders, we will spend $510. But with the one bulk order, we would spend $360. So in all, we would save $150. The organization would save $150 by making that one purchase, that one bulk order. So that's just an example of how we use piecewise functions in a real life sense.